new Pikachu, it's UturnCrobat here, and you're watching week 4 of the National Pokemon Competitive Conference, the NPCC, where the new London Zoroarks are battling the Green Bay Pikachus. But before we get started, please make sure you guys RCS, rate, comment, and subscribe. You really do not want to miss this battle. Now, I am bringing a team that I mentioned in my team builder, so please make sure you go watch that so you know what team I am bringing. We're going up against, like I mentioned, the Green Bay Pikachus. The coach is, Jacob as always, Mr.NintendoFanMan. His Twitter link, YouTube link, and all that good stuff will be down in my description. Make sure you go check him out. So I am bringing the Victini, the Zapdos, the Scolipede, the Bronzong, the Lopunny, and the Whimsicott. Why am I bringing these mons? Go watch the team builder. Jacob is bringing the Latias, the Amoonguss, the Deontay, the Bishop, the Melodic, and the Terrakion. When we got to the team preview, I was so glad, I was pretty glad that I did not see the Mamoswine. The Mamoswine would have been a problem, and that Darmanitan would have been a problem as well. Looking at his team right now, however, the Bishop and the Terrakion are going to be problems. They are going to be problems. And when I was getting into this battle, it was pretty scary for me, to say the least. So we are just going to hop right into it and kind of see how this battle goes. Now, we have Baton Pass on Lopunny. We have U-Turn on Zapdos and Whimsicott for an initiative and everything. First turn, I kind of thought he was going to lead Deontay. So we have Final Gambit on Victini. He's going to protect, see what we're going to do. Now, this might be a little misplay on my part, but I decided, you know, I'm going to show him Final Gambit, and I am not going to switch out. I should have known he was going to switch out, and I should have went for a U-turn. However, I stuck to my gut, and I went for the Final Gambit. The Final Gambit is going to hit the Amoonguss, which is pretty bad. Amoonguss just barely lives. If he did not live, however, I would have been happy, but unfortunately he did. Now, the Final Gambit is going to be helping us later in the battle, just because he has Regenerator. He's not going to get up to full. He's going to get enough, but he's not going to get up to full. At this point, I thought it was safe to go into my Lopunny. I can just Mega Evolve and go for a Baton Pass, because I knew he was going to switch out. There was really no reason for me to go for an attacking move. So I figured, I'm going to play safe. I am going to Mega Evolve, because I need that speed. I'm going to Baton Pass, because I know he's switching out. Now, I have the initiative. Now, I can predict, or not predict, but now I can go into a Mon that scares Melodic out. I'm going to Zalman, because Zalman obviously can Thunderbolt this thing, but I'm going to go for a U-turn. There's really no reason for me to go for a Thunderbolt. I know he's going to be switching out. Why would he want to stay in Melodic versus Zapdos? I know I wouldn't. I'm going for a U-turn. The reason why we have U-turn on Zapdos, watch the team builder. Now, I'm going to go into Mousetrap, because I know Mousetrap can take a Draco. It can take anything this Latias really wants to do to us. So now I have the opportunity to set up my rocks. I have the opportunity to set up my screens if need be. He's going to go into Bisharp because he knows he can set up Bisharp when he's 1v1 with Mousetrap here. Now this is pretty scary for us. I'm going to switch out. I really do not want this Bisharp doing anything to this Mousetrap or our team regarding setting up. So now I'm going to go into McGregor because I can Encore, I can Stun Spore, I can really do anything. I was not predicting him to set up his own rocks. It's not really a problem, but the chip damage those rocks will be doing to my team will be rather annoying. I'm going to switch out. I am faster, so I can obviously go for a U-turn. Now, I need to think of who can I go into. I wasn't really thinking he was going to go for a knockoff, but as you're going to see right here, we are going to lose Almond pretty early. And that's not really a good time for us because he has that Melodic in the back. So, seeing Zalman going down right here was pretty painful. It was pretty painful because we really needed that Thunderbolt for the Melodic. So we're going to go into Skank right here because, one, we can fake out, but two, we're just going to scare the Bisharp out anyways. I'm not sure why he would want to stay in. So he makes the safe play and right play in switching out. He's going to go into Warwick Greymon. I'm going to go for a high jump kick because, well, the high jump kick destroys anyone on his team. So he was basically trying to figure out who he was going to sack. And he mentioned to me that he did not really want to go into Terrakion. So that was a misplay on his part, he mentioned to me. You know, it's Pokemon. stuff happens that, you know, it just sucks. I take out Terrakion, one huge threat. Now, I'm going to hard switch out. I'm going to go out into my McGregor, because he doesn't really know what moves we have. So I could scare him out with a Giga Drain. I could scare him out with really anything. He doesn't want to stay in on this half grass mod. He's going to Scald, and guess what? He's going to get the Scald Burn. During this battle, you're going to see a couple Scald Burns, and they're rather annoying. This Pokemon, you have to live with it. So now I figured he's going to be switching out, because why? I don't know why. I don't know. Why would he want to stay in? I don't know. I go for a U-turn. I thought he was going to switch out, but he does not. He does not switch out. I'm not really sure why. I'm going into Mousetrap. Mousetrap, you know, can just set up the Reflect now. He can set up, he has Explosion, so he could use Explosion. He's going to recover. If we knew he was going to do that, then we could have went for an Encore. I figured he was thinking we were going to attack, and he was going to get damaged so bad he had to recover. Now he's going to go into his Amoonguss. His Amoonguss has Regenerator, but luckily for us, we do have the rocks up. We're going to use our Reflect, because he does have that Bishop in the back. And days prior, we have seen that Bishop destroy, so we really need that Reflect up. Now, Mousetrap is asleep. That's a problem, but that's not really a problem, because, one, it's a problem because one of our Mons is asleep. It's not really a problem because now he can't put anyone else to sleep. So we can kind of use that to our advantage if we need to. He's going to go into his Bishop here, which is safe play because Mousetrap can't really do anything to us. We are switching out. We need to switch out. We're going to go into Lobotomy right here. Starting right now, Lobotomy puts in the finest of work. Now, after taking rocks, Scolipede sat about 75 HP. Now, Bishop really wasn't Life Orb from what we have seen. So, thinking about that, the best item he could have was Black Glasses. And to kill us with the Reflect, he needed 2 max rolls with Knockoff and a Sucker Punch. But fortunately for us, as you're going to see here in a second, he's unable to take out the Scolipede. Because he used Taunt. So now we're able to take him out with an Earthquake. And that's another huge threat out of the way. So now we can I hit the mic, I'm sorry. We don't have to worry about priority. So that's freaking awesome. He's going to go into Milotic. Now the thing with Milotic and Scolipede is that, well, Milotic had a very small chance to kill Scolipede from the range we were at right here. So we sat at about 42%, and Scald did 36 to 44%, and we needed a high roll to knock out, and we had the Lumberry. So if he did want to burn us, we had the Lumberry to use that. And we had to stay in, because rocks hurt us a lot. So, you know, after the Sword Stance was up, we had to take our chances and hit a Mega Horn on Milotic. We needed a high roll on that Milotic, and luckily we got it. Otherwise, Milotic would have lived, and it would have been pretty bad for us. But like I mentioned earlier, the rocks and that final Gambit have been kind of helping us out. He doesn't really want to stay in on a Mega Horn. Why would you? He's going to go into Diancie, but Diancie doesn't want to take a Mega Horn and an EQ. I don't really care how defensive we are. We have an SD up. So we're going to hit the Mega Horn, and we're obviously going to be outspeeding. Now we can easily, safely use the Earthquake as well. The Reflect wears off, it doesn't really matter. Terrakion and Bishop are completely out of the game. So now we can safely take out this Diancie. He has Milotic. No, I think we took out Milotic. He has Latias. He has Amoonguss left. So with that, Milotic's gone. So with that being said, he's going to send out Jet, the Latias. We can obviously safely go for the Mega Horn, taking the Latios out. This was a pretty awesome, but kind of small sweep by Scolipede. He got 3 kills. As spoiler. Oops. Oh well, he is going to be taking out Amoonguss right here with the Earthquake. Now the reason why we went for Earthquake is because we were calcing, rather I was just trying to figure out the calcs and thinking of how to really take out this Amoonguss. Because if we missed the Mega Horn, then Amoonguss could have just walled some of our other mons, and that would have been bad. So Earthquake was the best bet. We're going to go into Skank. We're going to sack off Scolipede here. We don't really need it anymore. Now, we can just go for a return. And the reason why we're not going to go for a high jump kick or any of that nonsense is because we don't want to miss. Why would we do that? I don't know. We went for the safe U-turn. I mean, this was a quick battle, but the team was hyper offense. You can't get much quicker than hyper offense with the freaking Scallopy. But I'm going to be ending it right here. I am sorry, I can't speak. I do apologize that this was a fast battle, but it's Pokemon. Some battles are fast, some battles are long. Like I mentioned, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Make sure you guys go check out Jacob, Mr.NintendoFanMan. He is the coach for the Green Bay Pikachus. The new London Zoroarks now are 4-0. We have 4-win streak, and that's freaking awesome. Hopefully we can continue into week 5, getting a 5-0 streak. You'll have to stick to the channel and see what happens. But I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll catch all of you all on the flip side. Bye, guys.